Last September, more than 4,000 people came together for a cause close to their hearts, the ALS Walk for Life, an annual fundraising event of the Les Turner ALS Foundation. Everyone was there because they, or someone they knew, had been diagnosed with amyotrophic lateral sclerosis, a fatal neuromuscular disorder that causes a steady weakening of the muscles until total paralysis sets in. Better known as Lou Gehrig's disease, it affects roughly 35,000 people in the United States alone.
Tell me who you're walking for.
Her, June.
I have ALS.
It's amazing how many people, friends, new friends, family members, everybody wants to do something.
Jim's caddy.
It's hard because without a known cure, they don't know what to do. So you throw them an opportunity, be part of this walk, be part of this dinner. They just beam because now they're part of the solution.
Ralph Russo was president and CEO of Sara Lee Coffee Tea when he learned he had ALS.
I'm used to always having been in a position, a blessed and privileged position of control. And all of a sudden, I'm in a wheelchair. Now, I can't control the wheelchair, and I can't control my legs and my arms. It's, the nature of the disease. But I can control my mind. And when I was diagnosed, my response was, stay cool, get all the facts, but most importantly, determine what you can do.
One of the first things he did was get in touch with the Les Turner ALS Foundation, but not because he needed their services. Instead, he wanted to help organize a fundraising breakfast at Medina Country Club. Using his skills and connections as volunteer marketing director for the PGA Championship, it turned out to be a great partnership that raised nearly $65,000.
It told me so much about Les Turner ALS, the organization, the quality of the people. These are not jobs to them. They really believe in the cause.
Since the foundation was formed in 1977, it has had only one goal: to find a cure for ALS. And over the years, through various fundraising activities like the Walk, it has raised $33 million and funded a number of major advancements in the care and treatment of the disease.
We have like the numero uno in regards to the research activities. Dr. Siddiq, who came in 1991. In 1993, he puts SOD on the map. From there, Siddiq doesn't lie down on what he did already. Then he finds another gene, and that brings us all the way full cycle to the whole genome association study, which is very exciting.
The study, which Dr. Siddiq believes could unlock the genetic secrets of sporadic ALS, was funded in large part by the foundation, which contributed $500,000 to the project. With that money, Dr. Siddiq and his colleagues will be able to use the latest technology to analyze DNA samples faster and more accurately than ever before, which means that within the year, they could have definitive answers about ALS.
I think it's amazing that Lou Gehrig died 65 years ago, and still there's no cure. But when you hear a thing like the genome study coming by, and the fact that Les Turner ALS contributed very, very significant dollars towards something that very well could be the starting point of a cure, it's extremely motivating.
The Les Turner ALS Foundation really is what made this all happen. 30 years ago, when Les got this disease, his friends, his brother-in-law, Harvey, the family, they got together and started really a true grassroots organization. And from a very humble beginning, they are now an international force in ALS care, ALS research, education.
They are definitely doing the right things to deal with this. As a businessman, I've been all over their annual report. And I love seeing almost $1 in being $1 spent in these areas. I think it's a winning combination.
When we have researchers like Atipu Siddiq in the laboratory and Dr. Suffet, who's running our clinical drug trials, and a team like we have here at the Lois and Solia ALS Center, you can't but think there's hope.
The people at the clinic are fantastic. I mean, Scott Heller, he's not just my doctor. He's really my good friend, my confidant. We laugh a lot. And he's very, at the same time, very professional. Jennifer Armstrong, again, just a fantastic asset. I'll send her an email question, and bam, she must sleep with a BlackBerry or something. but she's always there with an answer, a good answer. And every one of them, they just have a real fine protocol.
It's really the silver lining of the black cloud of ALS. We have 4 doctors, 2 nurses, a pulmonologist, nutritionist, geneticist, speech pathologist, going down the line. We hit every single place where ALS hits people.
In addition to the clinic and services such as medical equipment programs, respite care grants, and support groups, the foundation has an in-home care program that serves patients and families throughout the Chicago area, including people like John Drury, who weren't previously affiliated with the foundation.
From the feedback I've gotten from the patients and families, it's the missing link that wasn't there before. What we do is not hands-on care. We go in, we make an assessment of the patient's physical condition, and then help find resources for patients and families, whether it's therapy or services or communication devices, whatever they need.
Many folks with ALS lose their ability to speak and to write. Our products enable people with whatever level of paralysis they have to communicate with their family members, their friends, their caregivers. I mean, John has even left me voicemail using his communication equipment.
It's such a gift to John Drury to communicate. John has very little movement, and he only has to move his eyebrow, and he can talk.
Thank you, Les Turner, Steve Wells, and Sherry Diamond.
Les Turner has made a tremendous difference in his life, and John is doing this hoping that this can make a difference down the road for other people.
It's that same spirit that drives Ralph Russo.
As I said earlier, you can't do anything about the failing limbs. I can't. I know the researchers will. But you can do a lot about the 6 inches between your ears. Your own attitude, how you manage that, what you do with your time. And I think it has very positive, favorable results.
The grace with which Ralph is dealing with this is inspirational for a lot of us. And I think that if that touches people, I actually think they should do something about it, which is get involved and make sure that they get others involved.
That's exactly what Jim Nolan, Chief Executive Officer of Sara Lee Food Service, has done.
Sara Lee, I was with them for 22 years, great years. And I guess if you're going to end your career with a corporation, I'm really glad I ended mine with them. They've just been very good to me and my family. And now, of course, Jim Nolan, when I asked him if he would be the dinner chairman, he wanted to really make it a very successful event.
When I joined this company, I heard more stories about Ralph Russo, his passion, his energy, and what he did to build this business. He worked with people, which is a great leadership trait, because although he was making the decisions, they wanted to do the things that he wanted to do. I think he's transferred that to what he's dealing with today.
Ralph has attacked this illness. He comes out, he makes himself a spokesperson, a marketer, and everyone wants to work for Ralph. I mean, I don't know what it is, but I want to work for Ralph. Ralph makes it happen.
It's such a symbiotic relationship because I still need that stimulus, that thinking. How can we create a positive experience here? Not just raise money, that's very important, but how do we raise awareness?
I've certainly learned a lot more about ALS being close to this event. What you learn is that there is clearly hope out there and that we need to stay focused on that and we need to keep supporting these efforts.
It's not a walk in the park, getting out of bed in the morning and getting ready. I won't kid you, it's not. But those are kind of the wind beneath your wings. It's when people do that, without solicitation, it really gives you just that extra, boy, we're really making a difference together in this thing.
Tonight, we honor Ralph Russo for his spirit, his joyous life, and for bringing hope to all of us that we will soon find a cure for ALS.